Damn, that shit was peak. Oh shit. Damn. Do 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 do. Well, we're back in good old home. Anyways, let me check something real quick. All right. It's good to see you. Hope you being here means you have your fill of rest. Well, you certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pro. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Orzian Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped in the Gimlet Dark, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement, which means we might actually have a moment of to ourselves for a change, seeing as you're back. Maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First. Sure. Great, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask, when to join us, she wants to know what happened to Mephilia. I think especially she hears it from you. We'll meet you on the terrace at the House of Splendors. What's this weirdness in this place? I forgot. Well. No, we can always fly. No, it's Satoru. Since so long, Satoru did mention I would be joining you, did she not? Words can I will express how I've longed to know more of the First. This world may feel like sacrifice so much to save. Come rest your feet, Satoru should be arriving shortly. So my Philly chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle, this girl who Thancred named Breen. That's such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. And ask to favor you when you next return to the first, to tell Rin what I cannot. To tell her thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Hey, what's up, mate? Hope you're here to tell me you received word from our helper. I wish. They have not had a peep out of him, and it's been a good long while now, too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can get a signal to him from closer up. If they catch you, there must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, shouldn't have no trouble picking way through Gimlet now the fight has died down. Gods know there's not enough shadows to hide in. There's enough shadows to hide in. And the beats waiting around here twiddling me thumbs any road. I just thought I'd let you know my best be. And they forgot, crowds up the stones, and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine him again when I left. Best head back then, I'm sure it's important. Maybe they've figured out how to send a few of them back, maybe? Ow. The Rising Bones. Seems she's still examining them. I do hope it's nothing bad. I guess we'll see. Maybe something to do with Thancred and that area he went to?
You're here. Good.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good.
It cannot be good.
Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening.
Oh yeah.
Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
I mean, that's what I came back for. since I'm the only one who can go back and forth.
Thank you.
But where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
I think I know a way.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I, for one, am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
All right. Well. Don't mind me, I'm just going to another world. I don't know if it happens like that, but... Anyways, let's go talk to old boy again. Since if anything, we've probably only been gone for a few days or some shit. Your return, hope your time on the source was suitably restful. Of course, it wasn't gone. The corporeal ether shows signs of instability by the gods. A possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research yields a solution, I feel you will be sorely disappointed. It is but a mercy we have the likes of Messrs. Cryo and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot foresaw the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Yeah. They did say to summon them once I came back. Ahoy there, mates. Yeah, I don't think the other two are gonna show up, so...
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yo, Ocean View, welcome on in. Thanks for the heartbeat, bro.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed.
Appreciate the go popular.
I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
Nemesis.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Oh,
Oh,
what was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
oh damn! Oh shit!
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
Huh?
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
Damn.
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
Yeah.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves.
Uh-huh.
It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Interesting.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Yeah. We gotta see. The Grand Cosmos, that is, the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. On an opposite shore of the source. Now Arianji's gonna go do the White Aura site. I see, so we're gonna go near where we took the whale. Okay. Here it is. So I told you before, scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon a host of familiars. I expect your reception today to be no different, which is why I'm proposing march to the main gate, weapons drawn. Cyber, we're not here to petition for assistance. We can't honestly think barging in looking for fighters and to persuade them. Actually, I believe the exile might have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As with any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. True. We can seize the interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. I must say, our youth center seem to be enjoying all this. Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised. Your moods invariably improve when Roxetta's around. What exactly are you implying? Should Ritter come out, a calamity and the light which seemed destined to consume her has been extinguished, only natural that we'd be pleased to see her? Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate her good health after we've finished here. Of course. So, new dungeon. Let me see. Yeah, well, let me ask him. Well, it happens. Item level 430. Okay. Damn, so close. Okay. So I think one of these NPCs is in the Crystarium. I believe they are. There should be one here. Let's check up here. Wait. Oh, they're right here. Yo. I guess Crystarium here, right? So my lowest item is the ring. There you go. I can queue up the Grand Cosmos. Hey, let's go. That was fucking fast. What the fuck is this? Oh, okay, I see. Yo, Pataro, thanks for the likes. Welcome on in. The Seeker of Solitude. This place looks pretty cool though, not gonna lie. Yeah. You sully these halls long enough. Come, Lugist, or guess yet one for company. Insatiable flame, Lugus. Yo, what the fuck is this? I mean, cool looking boss though. Well, that certainly was
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
oh god. Yeah, it makes sense.
Backlook, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety. Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Refuse all you want, we won't lie down and accept defeat.
Oh. Of all the visitors I could possibly have, they're even more stubborn than I am.
Oh. No.
The fuck?
Oh. Very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some food, so I'm gonna end the stream for now. and we'll be back in a bit.